How should a man deal with a disrespectful wife? Imagine you're married, you have a disrespectful wife, and we need to also define what disrespect, because at the end of the day, there's a fine line. The Prophet ﷺ's wives did give him a hard time. So we do have this little la-la land we men live in. Like, I marry and I tell her, whatever she says, she goes, yes. It doesn't work like that. Genuinely, it doesn't work like that. So the Prophet ﷺ's wife gave him difficult times.
Yeah, even Aishah.
She smashed plates, bro. She was so jealous.
She slapped the plate out of...
But you see, when it comes to the Manosphere and red pill, look how the Prophet ﷺ reacted to that. Did you say, oh, I'm the man? He said, you know what he said? He said, your mother got upset. And I was like, yo, that's a masculinity that you do. I believe, bro, we've got this idea of masculinity a bit warped. Because him behaving and saying, you know what, you just laughed it off, was more masculine to me than him saying, how dare you? I don't know. Like, I'm not saying a man can't raise his voice. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I'm not saying a man can't, put boundaries in place. But we've got this idea where the more macho we are and the more we hit stuff, and I think it's weakness.
Yeah, well, if a chihuahua starts barking and biting at your ankles, do you kick it like a football, or do you...
Well, yeah.
You laugh.
Yeah. So how would you deal with a disrespectful wife? I mean, you're not married.
So look, bro,
yet,
my morality and
what would you do?
My morality and rules come from the Quran and the teachings of the Prophet, peace be upon him.
Yes.
So first, no matter what problem I would have in marriage, I would go back to that.
Beautiful.
Right? Was it Aishah reported that the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, only came to perfect manners? Was that Aishah?
Yes, he came for nothing but to perfect good manners in the hadith. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. And his manners were the Quran.
Yes.
So
he was the walking, talking Quran.
Exactly. So if I'm going to, have a confrontation or something, or an issue that I don't know how to deal with, firstly, I'm going to resort to that. And then doesn't the Quran already talk about that? Like, why do I even need to give my own answer to that question when the Quran says it?
Exactly.
There's an order.
Yeah, Allah gives you stipulations of what to do in that situation.
You want to, what's the order again?
Well, it depends. Like, for example, if you see disobedience, it's you advice. Yes, you say, listen, look, what you're doing here, I find it disrespectful, how you talk to me in front of my friends or whatever you want to talk about, and you carry that nasih on. And if that doesn't work, you depart from the bed. So emotionally, like intimacy wise, you are in the same house, but you just move yourself from the bed. Do you get it? Because at the end of the day, women like affection, closeness, etc. So she might see that as a thing. If not,
and that makes them go crazy, by the way.
Well, of course.
That just shows some of the wisdom. Because this is in the Quran, right?
Yeah.
That just shows some of the wisdom of our Creator, knowing how to deal with them.
Exactly. And if not, if you're dealing with a woman who is threatening you, yes, you can use restraint. For example, grab her, physical. Yes, you can. There's conditions. You can't cause pain, marks, etc. It's like if she's in your face with something in her hand, you have a right to restrain her. Nobody can come and say to you, a police officer is not going to come and say, oh, you're a woman, I can't restrain. No. Anyone that's posing a threat to you, you have a right to restrain. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And there's the symbolic things of the miswak and, a little discipline, like, hey, don't do it again.
Yeah.
Kind of stuff. Yeah. And then there's also other verses. Also, it's very interesting, Allah in the Quran, He gives an advice also to a man that's wronging his wife. But He doesn't give the same stipulation.
What is this?
He doesn't come and say, do this, this, this. Yes? He talks about getting family members involved. Yes? And that's interesting, because at the end of the day, how could a wife use force on you? What's she going to do? Grab your arm?
Well, the main power that she has is sexual access.
And she can't use that in the wrong way by blackmail. We've got the hadith as well.
Yeah, I know.
But Allah doesn't give her a descriptive way of saying, oh, grab him, because you're stronger. It's not going to work. Obviously. So Allah gives a whole different catus for her in a different way. Because when it comes to the patriarchy they're talking about, if she gets her family members involved as a man, that's one thing that will put you in check. If a brother comes to listen, do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Look how Allah knows. It's beautiful.
Facts. Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
Get the father, get the brother.
Yes, get the father, because
what's going on here.
Exactly. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So when patriarchy, my friend, patriarchy protects you.